Hi guys, happy new year and welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome to my channel. So I realised that it has been quite some time now since I last uploaded a video. The last video I uploaded was actually, I think it was about a week before Christmas or a few days before Christmas. And obviously we're now well into January. The reason that I haven't been uploading, as you can probably tell from the title of this video, I haven't been very well. I unfortunately contracted COVID-19 and that obviously put me out of action for a little while. So today's video, I just wanted to come on here really and talk about it and let you all know that I'm doing all right now and just get back into the swing of things really. I wanted to give my experience of having COVID-19 and just letting you all know what it's like basically. Just before I do, I just want to give a little bit of background about what actually happened. So I am 99.9% sure that I caught COVID on Christmas Day. We had a family Christmas, obviously in line with the government rules, and unfortunately after Christmas Day we were informed that we'd been in contact with somebody that had tested positive. As some of you may know if you watch my channel, Rob got diagnosed with cancer in April last year. So, you know, COVID is really something that we need to be careful of, especially just because of his weakened immune system. He has now finished treatment, he's now finished chemo. He is still got radiotherapy to go through, but he's finished chemotherapy, which is the one that sort of destroys the immune system. So, you know, he is starting to build up a bit of an immunity again, but it's still not going to be 100%. So we was round his parents' house on Christmas Day. We had the family round and had a nice family Christmas. And then on Boxing Day, we found out that his mum, we didn't find out on Boxing Day. On Boxing Day, his mum went for a COVID test because she'd been informed that somebody at the place that she works had tested positive and she had been in contact with them. So she went to get tested, and then on Monday the 28th of December, her test came back positive. And then due to Rob not being 100% with his immunity, etc., we decided the best course of action would be to go and get tested. We didn't have any symptoms at this point, so I know that's a little bit, you know, you're only supposed to get a test if you've got symptoms, but under the circumstances with Rob and his health, we thought the best thing to do would be to get a test. So we managed to, still get a little bit out of breath. We managed to get a test booked for the same day, so the 28th of December, we went and had a COVID test. And as I say, we didn't have any symptoms at all. We just kind of hoped that, you know, we'd swerved it. However, the next day, the 29th of December, quite late in the evening, well, it weren't late in the evening, but it was in the evening, it was about just gone 7 p.m, we both received our results. Rob's was negative, so Rob didn't have COVID. Mine was positive, which meant I had coronavirus at the time that the test was done. This same day, so obviously it had been a few days since Rob's mum had been for her test, and she tested positive on the Monday, which was the day we got tested. So also on the Monday, the other members of his mum's household also got tested, and all of them were positive. So literally at this point, it was only Rob that was negative, that had been in the house on Christmas Day. So we had a short discussion because we just found out I had COVID, and we thought the best course of action to keep Rob safe and to keep my nan safe would be for me to go and stay at his mum's house, because they had already tested positive. Everybody in that house had already tested positive. So literally within an hour of me receiving my results, I'd obviously informed my parents and people close to me, and Rob had spoken to his family and they'd agreed for me to go and stay there for the 10 days whilst I self-isolated, just to try and eliminate Rob catching COVID or my nan catching COVID. They still both had to self-isolate because they'd been in contact with me, but obviously me and Rob share a room and share a bed, and I didn't want to risk him contracting COVID. So I moved to his mum's house for the 10 days to self-isolate. I did keep a little video diary of each day of my symptoms, how I was feeling, and I'm just gonna pop them in here so you can see each day as it happened and how it affected me. So today is Wednesday the 30th of December. I got my COVID-19 test results yesterday on the 29th of December and I tested positive. I didn't actually have any symptoms beforehand. I got tested because I'd been in contact with somebody that had tested positive. And obviously with Rob being a cancer patient, we thought it best to get checked out ourselves, and my test came back positive. Rob's test was negative, so that was, you know, that was probably the best outcome for him, but unfortunately my test came back positive. But yesterday I had no symptoms at all. I had a really slight sort of tickle at the back of my throat, but apart from that I felt absolutely fine. I have since developed symptoms. I've got a cough, I've got a stuffy nose, as you could probably tell, and I woke up this morning with an absolutely smashing headache. I have been managing it throughout the day with paracetamol and generally I felt okay, but I've definitely started to develop symptoms now. But I'll keep you all updated and see how it progresses. Hello. So it's the 31st of December now. It's New Year's Eve. I woke up this morning and I did actually feel considerably better than I did yesterday. I didn't really wake up with much of a headache, whereas yesterday my headache was pounding when I woke up, and I didn't really feel too bad, to be honest, so that was quite good. However, after I'd woken up and I was just sort of resting on the sofa, I just started to feel super tired, and just like I really had no energy and just like I wanted to sleep. Apart from that, I didn't feel too poorly. I got up to make everyone a cup of tea and literally I was stood up for 5 minutes and afterwards I just felt absolutely wiped out. So that's probably the thing I've struggled with most today. It's just the tiredness. I did manage to go for a shower, which I did actually feel better after that, to be fair. Well, I felt better on myself, but I was just exhausted afterwards. But as the day went on, I did kind of start to feel worse and worse. Not sort of, it's hard to explain. I didn't really feel poorly, I just felt rubbish, if that makes sense. All I can describe this as so far is I just feel like I have a really bad cold. I mean, I'm not the only one in the house that's tested positive. Actually, like, everybody in this house has tested positive for COVID. And all of us have said the same. We just feel like we have a cold. None of us are coughing much. Like, we are a little, but not continuously, which is the typical COVID symptom. None of us have really got a temperature, and none of us, up until today, none of us had lost our sense of smell or taste. So really, none of the typical symptoms of COVID, none of us had them. We literally all just feel like we have a cold. None of us are really struggling to breathe, coughing. So yeah, today was the first day that I noticed a loss of my sense of taste and smell. And it wasn't like sudden either. Like this morning I could actually still taste, although I did notice it wasn't quite as strong as usual. Throughout the day, throughout the day I did notice it. It's just gone now. But yeah, I mean, I don't feel too bad. Just literally like I've got a cold. That's the only way I can describe it at the moment. I haven't really had headaches today. I haven't had like aches and pains. Like my body doesn't hurt. My chest doesn't hurt. I've just felt tired and bunged up. Oh, and Happy New Year, everyone, because tomorrow is the 1st of January 2021. Hi. Okay, so it's the 1st of January 2021 today. It's a new year. I've got COVID. What a brilliant way to start the new year. I will actually say though, I have felt a lot better today, sort of in myself. I haven't felt so rubbish. I have been very tired. I did have quite a few naps today. And I have noticed that my cough has been a bit worse, but not sort of overly concerning. My chest felt a little bit sort of tight, sort of as the day went on. Well, it was actually more this evening, but it seems to have sort of eased off now. And I am drinking so much water, like I just cannot quench my thirst. My blocked nose has been a lot better today. I did have to use some Sudafed spray this morning, but I've only had to use it once. But yeah, generally I felt okay today. I've not really suffered too badly. I've been quite warm actually. Not like a high temperature, but I've just felt warm. Obviously I'm missing Robert a lot. Just want to be able to go home and be with him. But I've still got another 6 days after today. Yeah, I think I've got another 6 days in isolation after today before I can go home. So, but it is what it is. Safety first and all of that. And I'd much rather have to be apart from him for a few days rather than risk him getting COVID and potentially being really, really poorly with it. All in all, I felt pretty good today, and hopefully it'll just be a case of waiting to not be contagious anymore rather than getting worse. So yes, I'll see you all soon. Hello. I think we're on day 5 now, something like that. It's the 2nd of January now. I haven't really got much to report today, to be honest. I've actually felt okay, generally, in myself. I've still got a little bit of a blocked nose, but nothing major. And I haven't really had any headaches today or like aches and pains or anything. And I actually haven't even had a nap today. So that's an improvement, because yesterday I think I had about 3. I've felt good today, to be honest. The only thing that really has affected me today is my cough. The cough seems to have got a lot worse. It's not like majorly bad in terms of like I'm not having coughing fits or anything like that, or I'm not like completely choking. It's just more of an irritant, if that makes sense. Like, when I speak sometimes it just sort of tickles the back of my throat, which makes me want to cough. And when I do cough, it's literally just like once and then I don't cough for a bit. So yeah, I mean, apart from that, I felt absolutely fine. I think I took some painkillers this morning when I woke up, because I did have a sore throat when I woke up, but that's why I took the painkillers, not because I had a headache. But yeah, I'm just starting to get bored now, like bored and restless. But isolation must continue for another 5 days after today, until I can go out again, although most of the country's now on tier 4 anyway, so it's not like I can do a lot even if I wasn't isolating. But at this point I do feel quite fortunate that I haven't sort of been really poorly with COVID. I'll be honest, with my personal experience that I'm experiencing at the moment, I've had worse colds than this. Much worse colds than this. Touch wood, it doesn't seem to be affecting me too badly, which I am extremely grateful for, because I know this is a really nasty virus and some people are suffering immensely with it. So I'm really, really grateful for that. But we'll just see how the next few days progress. You never know. It could get much worse yet. But 5 more days of isolation and then I can go home to Robert. Hi everyone. So I just wanted to come on here today just to do a little update of how I've been feeling today. It's the 3rd of January now, and I have got 4 more days of self-isolation after today. I've actually, the past 3 days, I'd say, including today, I've actually felt okay. I've felt well. I've felt good. The only thing that's really been an issue for me today is my cough. My cough has definitely developed quite badly now. Earlier on I couldn't even go sort of 30 seconds without coughing, but it does seem to have sort of calmed down a bit now. It sort of comes and goes throughout the day. Sometimes it's really bad, and others I don't cough for quite a substantial amount of time. It's been like that for it was like that yesterday as well, really, and today, so I'm hoping that it won't hang around for too long. But generally, apart from that, I feel absolutely fine. I've still got a little bit of congestion and blocked sinuses just like here, but apart from that, I really do feel good. So what are we on now? I think we're on sort of day 6 now, and yeah, I'm starting to feel much better. Hiya guys, I'd just like to apologise for the state of my hair today. I haven't even brushed it, but I don't care. So it's the 4th of January today, and all I can say so far is what a year. We've gone into national lockdown again as of midnight tonight, which hopefully will only last for the 6 weeks that they're saying, but we'll just have to see. Hopefully we will start to see an improvement in our way of life, because you know, it's been a long old 10 months to be honest, and I don't really want this to go on for much longer. Generally though, today I've felt good. I've still got my cough that I mentioned yesterday, however, it has improved. It's still quite persistent, but definitely better than yesterday, so hopefully we are now starting to come out the other end of it. Apart from that, I feel absolutely fine. I've got no sort of extreme or severe symptoms, so really quite fortunate for that. I've got 3 more days of isolation after today, and then I can go home to Robert on Friday, which I'm really looking forward to. One thing I would just like to touch upon is the loss of taste and smell. Literally, I cannot taste or smell anything. The smell is definitely worse than the taste. If I'm eating something quite salty like bacon or ham or something like that, I can taste that it's salty. Or likewise, if I'm eating something sweet, I can taste that it's sweet, but I can't actually taste it, if that makes any sort of sense at all. But my sense of smell is just non-existent at the moment. Like, I cannot smell anything at all. That's not even an exaggeration. I cannot smell a thing. But I did notice today when I was eating my dinner that I could taste my peas and a little bit of my sausages. So that's definitely an improvement, because yesterday I couldn't taste at all. Even this morning, really, I couldn't taste at all. So hopefully it is starting to come back a bit now. And if it is, great. When it went, it was quite a gradual process. So hopefully it's coming back, because, you know, it'll be a gradual process coming back. I did read somewhere that it can take sort of weeks or months for it to come back. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen, because that is by far the thing that is bothering me the most, even more than the cough. It's the fact that I can't taste anything. I can't even enjoy a cup of tea. It just tastes like hot water. So, but it is what it is. I can't really complain about my experience of COVID, to be honest. I am very, very fortunate that I haven't been really, really poorly. I know a lot of people out there have been, and my thoughts and heart goes out to them, and I wish that everybody, you know, makes a totally full recovery from this. But yeah, so nearly there. I've got 3 more days in isolation, so we'll speak to you soon. Hey guys, so we're now on the 5th of January. I have had a bit more of a blocked nose today. It seems to have sort of flared up a bit more, which isn't great. I'm not really sure why my nose has gone really blocked again all of a sudden. I have had to use the Sudafed spray again today, just to try and clear it and to be able to breathe through my nose. My cough has still been quite persistent today, especially sort of as the day went on. It got worse and worse. Not to the point where it was sort of yesterday or even the day before, but it just got worse throughout the day. I was coughing more as the day went on, but it definitely sort of is starting to feel like, you know, like when you've had a cough, just like a general cough, and it's clearing up and you're sort of coming towards the end of it, and it's just that really annoying like tickle at the back of your throat. That's what it's like now, and to be quite frank, I'm getting a bit sick of it, because my sort of ribs are starting to hurt from coughing, so that's not ideal. But apart from that, I feel absolutely great. I wouldn't even know that I was poorly. I still can't smell anything. I still can't really taste anything. I can taste if something's sweet or salty. I think I said that yesterday. But yeah, no improvement on that front. Still can't smell or taste. I haven't napped for a few days now, so that is showing me that I'm sort of starting to get a bit better, because I'm not as tired. I've got 2 more days after today in isolation, and to be quite frank, I am so looking forward to going out for a walk just to get some fresh air. But yeah, that's all I've really got to say today. Symptoms are pretty much exactly the same as yesterday, just generally just my cough really, and the fact that I can't smell or taste anything. Hi everyone, so it's now Wednesday the 6th of January. Please excuse the state of my hair. It's been tied up all day and has gone a bit curly. But yeah, not really a lot to report today. Again, pretty much the same as the past few days. I feel absolutely fine. No really major symptoms. Still got my cough, but it is definitely easing off. It's just at that really annoying stage now. It's just like lingering, but it's definitely improving. It's just still quite persistent. I think my cough's probably going to stick around for a little while. I've got one more day in isolation after today, so as of Friday I can go back outside. Obviously we are in national lockdown, so I can't go out unless I need to, but at least I can go for a walk. That would be nice, just to go and get some fresh air and a bit of a change of scenery. And I can also go back home to Robert, which I'm really looking forward to, because this is the longest time we've ever been apart. We've been together nearly 7 years, and 10 days is the longest time we've ever been apart, so it'd be really nice to see him. Obviously we have FaceTime and stuff, but it's not quite the same. But yeah, feeling good now. Just really raring to get back home and back to my own home comforts and Robert, and just to be able to go out for a walk and just to go to the shop if I need something. Like, you don't realise how much you take things like that for granted until you can't do it anymore. Just got to get through my last day in isolation and then we are done. I've still not really been able to smell or taste a great deal today, but I definitely am starting to get it back. We kept having power cuts in the house today, so we couldn't cook anything. So we ended up ordering a Domino's and getting it delivered to the house. And for the first time in about 4 or 5 days, I could smell the food. So that was really, really nice. It wasn't like really strong, it wasn't like my usual sense of smell, but I could definitely smell the food, and I could also taste the pepperoni on the pizza. Like, I could taste that it was a different taste to the actual pizza, if that makes sense, because up until today everything I was eating all just tasted the same because it didn't really taste of anything. I could just sort of taste whether it was sweet or salty. So yeah, that was really nice to get a little bit of my sense back. So hopefully it won't be too long and it will be back to normal, because I was a bit worried that it might last for quite a few weeks or even months, because I have seen reported online that can sometimes happen. But yeah, it's looking promising, so fingers crossed. Hi guys, so we've done it. We've got to the last day of self-isolation. It's Thursday the 7th of January now, and today is my final day of isolating. As of tomorrow, I'm allowed to go outside again, go and get some fresh air and exercise, and I can go back home to Robert, which I'm so excited about, and he is also excited for me to go home too. But yes, we've done it, we've got through it, and I'm so glad that we've come to the end of the 10-day isolation, and I'm also sort of getting over this virus now. So as of tomorrow, I'll be back at home, I'll be able to go outside. I cannot wait. So there we have my COVID video diary for the 10 days that I was isolating. I didn't bother really filming any clips after I came home, just because I was back home, I'd finished isolation, I was feeling a bit better, so I didn't really film anything after that. But I will say I'm still not 100% over it. I still get really, really out of breath, like just doing the smallest thing. Even talking now, I don't know if you can hear it, but I can definitely feel it and hear it in myself. I'm getting out of breath. Just something simple as walking up the stairs, doing some laundry, making a cup of tea. It really, really takes it out of me, which isn't ideal, but what can you do? I'm very, very, very lucky actually with how COVID affected me, and I am extremely grateful that I wasn't affected badly with it, because obviously, as I've said in those videos, people are dying from this virus, which is the main reason why I moved out of my house I went to stay with Rob's mum and their household whilst I isolated, because just because I was okay doesn't mean Rob would be okay if he caught it, doesn't mean Nan would be okay if she caught it. It's just, you know, it's alright me sitting here saying it now that I've had the virus, but please be vigilant, stay safe, wash your hands, sanitise, social distance, stay 2 meters apart, try not to touch your face too much, because honestly, as much as this virus hasn't affected me badly, I'm lucky. I wasn't posting this video to try and scare anyone. I just wanted to show my experience with COVID, and I would like to stress that this is my experience with COVID. Just because it hasn't affected me as badly as it has others does not mean it won't affect you badly. People are dying from this virus. People are hospitalised. People are having effects of it months and months after recovering, and it's not good. I've still got a bit of a blocked nose. I've still got, you know, I still get headaches. I still feel extremely tired. I have been feeling a lot better the past couple of days. Today is the first day I've put makeup on, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to film this video today. We're now on the 13th of January. Yeah, the 13th of January, so it's been 15 days since I tested positive. And I didn't have any symptoms before I tested positive. It wasn't until a few days after I tested positive that I actually started to get symptoms. But honestly, stay vigilant, stay safe, take care. I wish everybody all the best, and hopefully if we all just, you know, follow the rules and social distance and sanitize and only go out for essential reasons, hopefully this year 2021 we will combat this virus and we can hopefully get a little bit of normality back, because I totally understand everybody is getting sick of it now. I'm getting sick of it now. I just want to be able to walk down the street without having to worry. I want to be able to walk into a supermarket without having to remember a mask. I want to be able to go out to the pub for a drink if I feel like it. But obviously all the pubs and restaurants and that are shut at the moment because of the lockdown. I want to be able to go back to work, to my office, and see my friends and colleagues, which I haven't done that since September. I've not stepped foot in my office that I work in since September. So I haven't seen any of my colleagues in the flesh since September. Obviously I've spoken to them over chat and over the phone, but I've not seen them, which is, I'm sure, the same for millions and millions of other people. You know, the same with family members, friends. It's a really strange time at the minute. We have to be careful. We was careful. We thought that we were being careful. You know, we were following the guidelines. We had a family Christmas, which in the UK we were allowed to do. And I caught COVID. Rob didn't catch COVID, but me and the rest of the household caught COVID. Just urge everybody to stay safe and only go out if you have to, if it is essential. I feel like I'm just babbling now, but I am actually getting a bit tired just from talking, which is horrible because I'm normally quite fit. I normally do try and keep quite fit and healthy, so this feels really strange for me. I just wanted to sort of give an insight into COVID-19, my experience with it, and, you know, there's all this bad press about it. I've been extremely lucky. It hasn't affected me so bad. I've had worse colds than how COVID affected me. I have had tonsillitis numerous times, and that is worse than how COVID affected me. But that doesn't mean it won't be bad for you, or for a family member, or for somebody else that you care about, or that somebody else that you love. This has been a real eye-opener for me. I do really appreciate you watching today, and thank you. Now that I am feeling better, I am hoping to get back to sort of regular uploads. I know I said before Christmas that I'll be uploading once a week, but COVID came along and interrupted that, so I do apologise. But yes, now that I'm feeling better, I'm sort of on the mend, I am definitely going to be uploading more regularly. So thank you ever so much for watching today, guys. I do really appreciate it. Please do follow the government rules, stay safe, social distance, wash your hands. Just honestly, the quicker that we all follow the rules and this virus is controlled, the quicker we'll be able to get back to a normal life. We'll be able to go on holiday again, be able to go down the pub for a drink. We'll be able to just go around your mums for a drink, go around your sisters, your brothers, any family member that you would normally go and visit that you can't at the moment. We'll be able to do that. So let's all just stay strong, keep fighting for that day. I know lockdown is tough for some people, and you know, if you are struggling with it, please reach out to somebody that you feel you can talk to. Reach out to a helpline. I can link some helplines down below for anybody that is struggling in lockdown. Reach out to me, message me on Instagram. I don't mind. I will always, you know, I'm always happy to talk. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't got the best track record for replying straight away, but I will always be there if somebody wants to talk. It's not a problem for me whatsoever. Thank you ever so much for watching. I do really appreciate it, and I will see you again very soon in another video. Take care. Bye.